And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Las Vegas. Tonight's sight of excitement for the Blazing Pedals. It's playoff time. Joining me in the booth, my good buddy Tanner. Mark, Tanner, how are you tonight, brother?
I am doing good, and Chris, like you mentioned, we're in Vegas. These guys are going to gamble their season to see if they can make it into the round of 8. 4 drivers will be eliminated tonight. 8 drivers will keep going for their chance at the Season 9 title.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean, who's going to roll the dice tonight? You're talking 8 drivers to continue on. That's going to leave 4 drivers out in the dark. Right now, the drivers that are on the fence, John Perkins, Larry Bell, Corey Sherman, and Ty Morosco. And bad news for Ty Morosco, but he just entered. Never mind. He's got 2 whole laps of practice. Let's look at the rest of the points. So up top, no surprise, Cody Heinzman. Chris Carroll in second spot, right behind him by just 5 points. It's Dalton Kilroe. 6 points behind him. It's Dustin Ping. A point behind him. Taylor Butcher Benjamin. 5 points behind the Butcher. It's Rick Thompson. 13 points behind Rick Thompson is Brian Dees. 9 points and in 8th spot. 9 points behind Brian Dees is Austin Edstrom. You want to talk about tight? Holy cow. In fact, there's a tie right now for 8th spot between Austin Edstrom and John Perkins. So they're really using this just to see. I don't know, man. This is going to be a good one. I'm kind of jazzed for this one.
I really am too, because you see right here, realistically from 8th on back, we're not safe. But if you really dive into this, I think all the way up to 6th. Rick Thompson, yeah, he's 18 points ahead of the cutoff line currently, if my math is correct, which we know it could not be. But if my math is correct on that, not a big buffer zone there. You know, one bad race and you're outside looking in tonight.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, everybody's just so darn close. It's going to be something to watch here tonight, and we certainly will try and keep you abreast of all of the situations that are happening here tonight. Let's take a look at the stages. That's not right. Stages tonight are going to be lap number 30 at the end of lap number 30, at the end of lap number 60, and then we march all the way to 162 laps here at Vegas. A 1.5 mile long track, Tanner, but not your typical cookie cutter at the same time.
It is not, and something I've heard all happy hour here. Basically what Cody Heinzman just said in the chat, this car after 10 laps, it's evil. Absolutely evil. It wants to snap out. It's unpredictable. And I'm hearing a double stint, and folks that may not know what that means, we're talking 2 full fuel runs, maybe 60 laps on 1 set of tires. That's scary. That's a scary thought here. Las Vegas, it's tough. This is a very, very, very tough cookie cutter track.
Yeah, it really is, and it's a cheese grater on that right rear tire. We know that, and of course Cody coming out and just like, you know, kind of reaffirming the fact that it is in fact the grater that we know it is. Hopefully all the sights and sounds are absolutely perfect for you this week. I spent a good portion of the week trying to get this thing back up and running after last week's faux pas. Not the kind of quality we're used to putting out here on True Sim Productions, and nothing I like to put my name on. Just didn't have a choice. Hopefully this week going to be much, much better for you out there in the audience. We really do appreciate everybody that stops by True Sim Productions. Every time we go live, and if you could just do us a little favor. Mark already kind of put it out there, but hit that thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that too. Why not? Don't cost a thing.
Something else I want to touch on, with it being Vegas and a cookie cutter, we visited a track like this earlier in the season at Charlotte, and it was also a night race. Tonight, you see it already on screen now. It's getting dark. The sun is setting, so this track's going to change a lot. Under the lights here at Vegas, we're sending 4 drivers packing out of the playoffs. I mean, this is kind of storybook to me. I'm pumped for tonight. I really am.
Yeah, you know what? This is the one that I've been looking forward to. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I know we're finally done with the road courses for the season, and I don't have to worry about those anymore. I'm not really sure why, but this one I was kind of excited for a while now. So hopefully the racing is as good as I think it'll be here. And we'll see. I mean, it's going to be about 1 minute and 5 seconds till the end of happy hour. And man, it's going to be a good one.
I'm wondering if you're one of them drivers sitting on the bubble, what the nerves are like right now. I know Larry Bell, he's a teammate of mine. I've been talking with him through a happy hour. He's pretty cool, calm, collected, but he is from Canada, right? And that's usually their MO. That's usually how they are. But if I'm Tom Orozco, somebody who's opened up the season just with a huge home run at Daytona out the gates, I mean, he's currently last in the playoff standings right now, right? He has to be feeling the nerves.
Oh, no question about it, Ty. And he's got other things going on. Look, I don't want to get too personal, but he is about to become a very busy person and in his personal life, which is great. All the power to him. And maybe that is enough of a distraction to keep him out of the playoffs after this round. We're going to find out. I mean, the one car has shown glimpses of speed this season. Can he do it again tonight? 13 laps of practice. That's what he's got.
And then also Corey Sherman, the 3-car, an up and down roller coaster of a season. But I truly, if we had Race Chatter today, Corey Sherman was going to be my pick. But we did not do Race Chatter. I expect something big out of the 3-car tonight of Corey Sherman.
Well, I'll tell you what, he was pretty quick there in practice, so we're going to find out. 4th quickest in practice, in fact. Right? Yeah, he needs to stay out of trouble, like big time, stay out of trouble. And that is kind of the roll-up, getting ready for qualifying, waiting for the first gentleman to hot tail it onto the track. We're going to see who it's going to be here in just a moment. Looks like Ryan Rose is sitting on the end of the track, around the pit road, rather.
He's teasing us a little bit.
There he goes. Yeah. He's like, just making sure everybody's watching. That's all.
Ryan Rose debuted last week in the 48 car here. The 48, it's been no stranger to victory lane here in Blazing Pedals this season. Got a new driver stepping in. And Chris, I mean, it looked like the 48 was going to come out swinging last week. Jumped out to a big lead at Watkins Glen. He is a road course driver, but he also knows his way around these 1.5-mile ovals as well. So I'm interested to see what the 48 car can do here now that we're back at the bread and butter style tracks of a BPL season here at Las Vegas. See how he can compete with the competition here in the BPL series.
Oh, it's funny because, you know, last week you were telling me a little bit about him, telling me that he was a road course guy, and here we are tonight. I'm watching Happy Hour, and there he is, kind of close to the top of the list. I'm like, I
was shocked. I was actually shocked when I jumped in, saw Ryan was second on the board in Happy Hour. But now Happy Hour, it's completely different than qualifying and race, of course, right? It's a lot easier to do it in practice. We're going to see what the 48 car can do here. First lap around the circuit, a 30.209. So a little bit off practice pace, but that was just his first lap. Going to see if he can get a little quicker here as he goes down the backstretch.
Yeah, I think you can pretty much throw anybody in that 48 charter. That's a fast car. The team's got it dialed in right. They just got to find a full-time driver. And it's going to be pretty amazing. Amanda Sherman out there on track as well. Her first lap time of 34.7. And Rose not able to better his first lap time.
He actually
he got just about tied it. Oh, he okay, that would be why.
He got into the wall a little bit, I believe in 3, but it was minute of a hit. I guess it's enough to register on iRacing.
Well, let's see what Amanda is able to do in her second lap. She was actually pretty quick, too. Top 10. And right now, she's grabbed the pole away from Ryan Rolls. A 31.2 quick time for Amanda Sherman. She was eighth quickest in Happy Hour. So, wow, good on her. I love seeing it. Dalton Kilrow out on track, the 41. Going to see what he can do.
Dalton representing Breast Cancer Awareness Month right here. Got the pink 41, the pink stripe on the side. Good looking car out of the MFRD stable.
1, 2 laps done. 29.94 for Dalton Kilrow. Put on a good show there in his qualifying effort. Brian D is stepping on track, getting ready to complete his first lap. Lap number 1. Going to be 4th quickest, a 30.43 for the Soul Stealer.
The 17 of Brian D's comes into tonight's 7th in the points. Remember, top 8 will advance, so he's got a 1-spot cushion, but it's not a lot of points for that spot of a cushion. So a good qualifying effort here for the 17 will be great for the season Brian D's has had already up to this point. The Soul Stealer at the line. A 30.090 is what timing and scoring is showing me. That's going to be 2nd quickest.
You know what I love? I love when I get one problem fixed and another one creeps in.
No way. What do we have now?
Yeah, you see how much information I'm giving the people here in the broadcast. Absolutely none. Guys, I'll get that taken care of here real quick. Like, give me a few.
Oh, I see it now. I would have said something if I noticed. I've been watching too. Wasn't even paying attention, I guess. Just ran with the flow.
Yeah, that's all right. There it is. TBB, the Butcher, on track, getting ready to complete his 2nd lap. Well, it was there. Unreal.
Oh, it went away?
Lap number 2 for the Butcher.
You can't make this stuff up, dude.
No, man. 30 even. 30 flat. Good enough for 2nd spot. Outside pole. As it stands right now. Hunter Lagunas on track in the 27. New paint job for the 27.
I noticed that during practice. That's a good looking paint scheme. The number's a little hard to read for me personally, but it still does look nice and tight. So with a nickname like the Junker, do you think it will look like that when the race is finished tonight, Chris? I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna say a word.
Well, you said no right there, although it wasn't the N-O no, it was the I don't know. So I'm gonna say no, it's not gonna look like that by the end of it.
All right, fair enough.
I agree. Cody says a bright baby blue on the number for Hunter would absolutely slap. I agree.
Lap number 2 for Hunter. And that's going to launch him up to 3rd quickest. Corey Sherman getting a little out of control coming across the line, but able to put down a 31.7. Larry Bell on his first lap, a 31.0. And Larry Bell is one of those guys you just can't. You can't, like, ignore the fact that he's on track, but he's so quiet about it. It's pretty amazing.
He needs to be a little louder tonight, I feel. I think he needs to try to get up there and capitalize on maybe some stage points if possible, and maybe even get off sequence to try to go and get a few more stage points. If I was a fool, that's what I would be trying to do tonight.
We're going to pick up with the Iron Man, getting set to take his first lap. Going to round through turns 3 and 4 and take the green flag. Chad Wilson also stepping on track. Cody Heinzman also on track, along with Chris Carroll. Heinzman a little deeper into his first lap. We're going to kick you over to our points leader. Not a lot of pressure on the 51 tonight, but does that mean you can just let off, Tanner, or do you hit the accelerator hard enough to squeeze the neck out of everybody else?
I think you take that foot and you stomp that neck down. I think you try to keep the momentum rolling and keep building.
Heinzman's first lap, a 30.21. 30.21, good enough for 9th quickest. Lap 2 has been quicker for most drivers here tonight. Lap number 2 at the line. Oh my.
Quick time.
29.91, Tanner.
He's a bad dude behind the wheel. Now I'm curious to see what last week's winner, Chris Carroll, he's coming to the line for his second lap, or he just started his second lap, excuse me. First lap around, just throw it away, right? That's what we're seeing. The first lap don't really matter. So see what Chris Carroll, the 99, can do here. Fresh off his win at Watkins Glen. He's been chasing Cody Heinzman for most of the season since the 51 joined. Chris Carroll changed that last week and made Cody chase him late. See what happens here as he gets to the line of number 99. Going to be a 30.01, so a little slower. As it has not actually showed me where he's slotted at.
7th place right now.
7th place. So my scoring and timing still messed up because it's showing me 14th for him. Gotta love it. There it goes, 7th place. You are correct. Not that I ever doubted you either, by the way.
It's a little slow. There's no question there's some lag going on for SDK tonight, but we'll get through it. There's worse things out there in the world, I suppose. Speaking of worse things out there in the world, if you've been affected at all by one of the hurricanes, my heart is absolutely bleeding for everybody in the southeast region of the United States. My Lord, is it terrible.
It really is. It really is.
Mark Arthur in the Barbie, number 12, trying to get one in. First lap for Mark as he is about to cross the line. In the Ford Mustang, good enough for 17th quickest so far, a 30.24. Now, again, lap number 2 has been much, much quicker here for every single driver, basically, except for, ooh, Mark's gone. Qualifying's done. He waited too long. 1 lap and 1 lap only. All right. The starting grid has been set. Let's see if we can go through this thing. Starting on the pole, driving the number 51 from TNA Motorsports, it is going to be Cody Heinzman. To his outside, the MFRD Racing, number 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Inside row number 2, it's going to be the 66, the Iceberg, Chris Berg. And to his outside, out of MFRD, it's the 1 of Ty Morosco. MFRD picking up the 5th starting spot as well with the number 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Starting outside, row number 3, in the number 27, it is Hunter Lagunas. Last week's winner picking up a 7th starting spot here tonight, the Pit Lizard Performance number 99 of Chris Carroll. Starting to his outside, the TNA Motorsports number 21 of Chad Wilson. Austin Edstrom is going to be joining us on the field in 9th starting spot here tonight, the 87 out of MFRD. And to his outside, Speed Mafia's own, the Ironman John Perkins in the 33. Starting in 11th spot out of MFRD, it is going to be the 17, the Soul Stealer, Brian Dees. And to his outside, the 4 car of Larry Bell. Starting in the 13th spot tonight, it's going to be the number 8 out of TNA Motorsports. She puts the TNA in TNA. It's Amanda Sherman. And to her outside, it's the husband, Corey Sherman, driving the 3 car. Starting in the 15th spot tonight, it's going to be the 81 out of Ping Precision Racing, Dustin Ping. And to his outside, the 48 Ghost Motorsports car driven by Ryan Rose. Starting in 17th spot tonight, from Speed Mafia, it is going to be Rick Thompson. And to his outside, the 18, the Barbie car. The 12, driven by Big Ugly Mark Arthur. Did that one for you, Tanner.
Thank
Starting
you.
in the 19th spot, out of TNA Motorsports, it's going to be the 89 of Philip Van Vliet. To his outside, the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. 21st, going to be the 16 of Eric Blount. 22nd, the 46 of Fred Thompson and Mike Massengill from Blackhawk Motorsports picking up shotgun on the field. That is how this one is going to start off here tonight. Pace car drops down. We're getting set for the first green flag of the evening, and Cody Heinzman is leading them there. Dalton Kilroe to the outside is a 1-2 shot. The dice are rolling already. Here we go, live from Las Vegas.
Definitely don't want to crap out this early. Sorry, we got to quit the Vegas references, but you definitely don't want to crap out this early, but you got to try to get everything you can early on these restarts. That's why we see Dalton Kilroe going to let it hang on the outside. They're still side by side going down the backstretch.
Side by side, heading into turns 3 and 4, and it looks like Kilroe takes over the lead from Cody Heinzman, drops down low. A little bit of a wiggle there out of the one machine. Ty Morosco had to check up just for a second. Now the 51 is underneath Ty Morosco. The 51 on that preferred lane going backwards. Here comes Hunter Lagunas in the 27. Shooting down the backstretch now. The top side starting to roll. The 27, Hunter Lagunas up high against the 51 of Cody Heinzman. Early on, trying to save fuel, trying to save tires, trying to save it all. Stage racing here tonight. We know the right rear is in danger after about 10 laps. First stage going to be at the end of lap number 30. Ty Morosco, your new race leader. 2 race leaders, make it 3 race leaders on the evening so far. As Morosco starts to open it up, his last lap time of 30:41, blasting away the competition. Ty Morosco leads them through 1 and 2. The 41 on the outside. Cody Heinzman maybe trying to look back up towards the front as he is battling back on the inside. He's got the iceberg right behind him. And no, Heinzman moves up a line. Now he's going to look to save some tires.
Curious as this one starts to go on here, what the tires are going to be like. I'm expecting a double stint like I mentioned earlier, so I thought this first part of the first stage would be pretty tame, but you got 3 wide here in the middle.
Oh, baby, look out for that 27. He's way up towards the wall, holding on to it.
I mean, there's top shelf and there's top shelf, and Corey Sherman in the sucker position. He gets through there. Man, oh man, they are elbows out early.
Nobody looking to roll craps here tonight, but man, oh man, the opportunities are out there for everybody too. Right now, Corey Sherman up 4 spots into the top 10. A good performance so far. Every point is going to count for the 3 car here tonight. Meanwhile, up top, Ty Morosco, 12th in points coming into the night, trying to hold on, and the best thing he can do is win and let the chips fall where they may. Dalton Kilroe right behind him. He is trying to prove a point here tonight. Kilroe in the 41, looking for a little retribution on the season with a race win.
Up until about 11 o'clock my time, we'll say noon Eastern, wasn't even for sure if Dalton Kilroe will be able to race. He has not had any power since the Hurricane Milton made landfall, I believe Friday night if I recall correctly. Maybe it was Thursday night. One of the nights, I can't remember exactly, but hell, there's been so many, it seems like as of late, they all run together, and that's sad to say. It sucks. So, but he finally got the power back, and tonight may be the night for him. Remember, winless all season. He's still in a great position in the points, but I know he wants to get that monkey off his back, and I know he's confident heading into Las Vegas.
Cars are ripping around this track. Cody Heinzman, though, falling back. Heinzman right now, our leader in the points, down to 8th spot.
I think it's by design. After watching it week in and week out, I think he's just trying to save tires. But you got to be careful doing that, because right now, look at where he is at. If that's not the Hornet's Nest, I don't know what is.
Right now, the 3, his teammate Corey Sherman setting up on the outside. Behind him, the 81 of Dustin Ping. That fantastic looking paint job debuting here tonight.
It's spooky.
So by design or not, right now, Corey Sherman is ahead of Cody Heinzman. Heinzman now falls back one more as Ping able to get around him.
There's 3 TNA drivers up inside the top 10 right now. If I recall correctly, Chad Wilson, he's TNA, correct?
He is.
You got Chad Wilson, Corey Sherman looking to the low side of the track underneath Chris Carroll. Corey Sherman, oh, contact between them. What a save by Corey. He got completely sideways right there in front of Ping. Man, oh man, that's a storyline right there. We know those drivers, although friendly with each other, they have had a little bit of controversy as of late. I don't know if that's what we saw there, if that was just tough racing. It's hard to tell, but contact nonetheless.
Just about having contact with his teammate now, Philip Van Vliet. Corey is driving that car a little further down than he ought to. He's actually going below the white line. He does it again. That is upsetting that car miserably. There may be some handling problems with that car.
I just want to correct myself real quick. At one point, y'all had 4 TNA drivers in the top 10, counting the lone Dutchman. I forgot about him. He's always quiet, right? But he's always just chugging along, picking them off.
Man, the storyline right now is if there's a problem with the 3 car, he cannot afford that one bit.
Corey Sherman currently 9 points below the cutoff line coming into tonight's event.
With a stacked house in front of him. Speaking of a stacked house right now, Ty Marosco leading over his teammate, Dalton Kilrow. The Iceberg, Chris Berg, started in 3rd. He is in 3rd as still. Austin Edstrom has picked up 5 all the way to the 4th spot. That's another MFRD driver. This is where the numbers for MFRD tend to really show. On this kind of track, where they're all very good at this kind of track, they usually work their way towards the front.
You are absolutely right. We've seen it almost week in and week out, but especially like you mentioned here on these style tracks. It's like I said, these are the bread and butter style tracks for BPL. And now look, we have a battle for the race lead heating up. 41 jumps to the outside of the one of Ty Marosco. Let's see if he can get the race lead away, but Ty's not going to roll over and just let him have it, though. We know that. Ty's going to race hard, teammate or not. And that's what I love about watching the MFRD guys when they are out here. They don't do a whole lot of team order deals. They just race each other.
Ty had a little bit of a wiggle. That's what allowed the 41 to have a run, but look out because Chris Berg is closing in, and he's going to be a part of this. Side-by-side action at the line for the 41 and the 1 out of MFRD. Behind them, the 66 of Chris Berg. Austin Edstrom trying to rejoin that party. And John Perkins, the Iron Man, sits in the 5th spot with Chris Carroll right behind him. Dustin Ping in the 81, currently up 8 spots into the 7th position with the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin behind him in 8th. We've got a new race leader. It's going to be Dalton Kilrow for the 2nd time here tonight. And Chris Berg going to follow him through. He's going to take over 2nd spot over Ty Marosco. Ty's keeping the hammer down, trying to keep the momentum on the outside lane, and not going to happen this time. But the 66 goes gets into the 41.
That was really weird looking right there, huh?
He had a hell of a run, and even sideways caught the 41. How in the hell do you do that?
He got sideways and gained momentum there. That was insane.
Lori, I see you out there, honey. Hello, and I hope you're doing well.
Absolutely. Hi, Miss Lola. And Miss Connie, if you're out there yet.
Check in on Mark. Mark right now sitting in the 21st spot, I believe, saving tires.
Yeah, he has to be saving. Not a car in sight. The Barbie Mobile is on an island by himself right now.
Look at the battle for the top spot here. It's 2 by 2 for the first 2 rows. Right now, Kilrow has the advantage on the inside, but it didn't take long for Austin Edstrom to step foot into this party. Now it's MFRD, 1, 2, 3.
Ty Morosco's not just letting Kilrow ride. Battling back to the outside. Morosco wants this race lead back, and they can't battle too hard because Rocket Man there, Edstrom, he's going to throw his name in the hat as well.
Top 3 MFRD drivers, and they're starting to pull away just a little bit from the group right behind them. It's being led by Chris Carroll and Chris Berg. Carroll gets around Chris Berg, and here comes Ping. Ping keeping the motor running on the number 81. Dustin Ping up an impressive 10 spots in 21 laps here early on in this one. Ty Morosco way down low. You got to believe that the tires are starting to go away. We had reports of 10 laps. We've doubled that up, and the one car's having problems.
Contact with Berg is in contact with TBB in the sucker position and still not out of it yet. You're not out of the woodwork yet, as I believe now he should be good. Yeah, Chris, I think the tires are not happy on that Ford Mustang of Ty Morosco.
Chris Carroll working on Austin Edstrom. Carroll being scored in the second spot at the line. Edstrom trying to battle back on the inside. Meanwhile, Dalton Kilrow starting to put a big gap in. 1.25 seconds is the gap. Gail and Richie Sherman checking in from upstate New York. How you doing, guys? Love to see you out there.
And Carroll finally gets clear of Austin Edstrom, but that whole time those two were doing battle, well, the 41 of Kilrow, he was doing nothing but checking out. So now Carroll has a little bit of real estate.
One car goes south.
Oh, no.
Ty Morosco mowing the lawn.
Oh, he's going to come back up. Going to get the car slowed down. No contact here, Ty. Slow it down.
Get control before you come back out on track. Still doesn't have it. The rear end of that car is all over the place here, Tanner.
I caught the tail end of it, Chris. He didn't go through pit road or anything right then, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So as long as he didn't have a penalty, you're going to lost all that track position, but you still got a clean car somewhat, right?
I mean, except for the lawn clippings.
Right. I mean, when I switched over there, when you said
oh, man. Yeah, these cars are dancing. The 66 got on the back end of the 10 car, and, man, if there's a stable car out there on any given track, it is the 10 car. I have followed Tanner around every track that these guys do in this circuit, and that thing never moves out of its lane. Tonight, not the same story as the 10 car, starting to lose handling on it.
I just want to note, because it's funny, you called him Tanner as well. Mark does that all the time. Every time he talks about Taylor, he calls him Tanner. Every time.
Taylor.
It's a sign of getting old, right? When we start calling somebody else's name, we're all getting old, huh? It's a scary thought. Time's undefeated.
I'm not going to talk. Oh, boy, there it is. TBB scraping the wall. He thought that the 66 was going to come up, and that was more reactionary than anything. But TBB definitely touching the wall. No damage, I think, just some paint chips. Oh, now he gets into the 89. Baby.
That's got to be a yellow, right? Right? Dawson's down. Oh, no, Brian Dees was involved. Heavy contact on the front of the 17 as well.
Oh, man.
He's a playoff contender, too.
We're going back. We're going back, and we're going to watch this thing. The 89 does something he doesn't typically do. Comes across the nose of the 10. And then Dees hard into it. I mean, Dees was out there, I think, just saving tires. And he just absolutely crushed into the side of the 89.
Oh, Chris, I don't think the 89 ever moved here, brother. I think it was just a little bit of I don't know. into the inside wall for the 89, just comes up the track and nowhere for the 17 of Brian Dees to go.
Even worse. Sam's favorite thing to say, netcode.
Oh no.
Netcode started that whole deal. If you go into the far chase, it is extremely obvious. Yes, they were close, but they never made contact until netcode. The same cannot be said about the 17, however.
I mean, the 17. Race control. The hammer has spoken. He put that on TBB.
Wow.
It don't matter who it's on for Brian Dees here, because that front of that Camaro, she's toast. I mean, she is. He might be able to get back out there. He's going to have to. He's going to have to, right? I don't know if that car can roll. I mean, that car is hurt.
I know it says replay in the top left-hand corner, but we are actually live. SDK definitely giving me some fits here tonight. John Perkins going to stay out. Larry Bell going to stay out. Corey Sherman staying out. Ty Morosco gets all of those positions back if he stays out, but he does not. So this is something that the 3 needs early. This is going to be huge. Because we, right now, are at our stage break. At the end of this lap.
So Larry Bell, John Perkins, Corey Sherman, they decide to play a little strategy call, not pit here, right, and get those stage positions. I like the call. I like the call of the top 3. Now, they're going to be slower because they're not on tires. But nobody really took tires. I'm looking through the timing and scoring here. Ryan Rose and Dustin Ping, they both had like over a 14-second stop here, Chris. So they might be taking tires.
Yeah, there's tires there, and then a 40-second stop for TBB. That's probably damage repair.
Right. And just to update, they have extended this yellow just because the way the stage was going to fall, the program we used, it wasn't going to allow them to go green, or they would have went green and a caution would have flew immediately. So extending this yellow, race control is. So one more lap around, we should be seeing the lights go off on the pace car, and we will be back. Green flag racing field is going to be in the hands of the Loves, number 33, the Iron Man. John Perkins going to have Larry Belsky to his outside. Corey Sherman inside row number 2. And Ty, Mr. Where the hell did he come from? Because he was up here, went back, and now he's back again outside row number 2. What's the buzzwords been this year? Strategy, Chris? We've seen that word thrown around in Discord a ton, right? Well, they got it now. You got tires on, or you got guys on no tires, guys on fuel only, and you got guys on 4 tires. You got 3 different strategies looking to unfold here tonight.
Yeah, you got your top 4 drivers that need to come down pit road for fuel relatively soon.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they can only go 37 laps on a fuel tank. Forgot about that.
Yeah, you think they might be hoping for a quick caution here? Cautions breed cautions.
Yeah, I told Larry Bell, I was like, if you have the chance to stay out, do it and get stage points. I may have told him wrong. I wouldn't even think about fuel.
I know the ticker's not going. I know it says replay on the top left-hand side. That is an SDK problem. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about it. We will try and keep you apprised of running orders as best we can as we get ready to go back under the green flag. I'm waiting for SDK to catch back up. Pace car lights are off.
Now we're actually back green flag racing right now, so it is. It's
Oh,
way far.
yeah, so it's definitely doing bad things to me then. Oh, great. It won't go back live. That's what it's doing. Okay. We'll catch you back up. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. This, again, I'm very, very sorry. This is not under my control. I wish it were. Actually. There we go. I got it now.
All right, we're back down to it. You had to go in and trick it through iRacing? Make it go live that way?
Yeah, I did.
SDK, your program sucks. I'm sorry to say that, but it's been having so much fits lately. As guys, we have cars everywhere. You got guys, oh, Austin Edson clearing himself on the 51's nose. Let's get back to it. SDK or not, we got it fixed now because Chris Magoo is the pod father here. Or the broadcast father.
Oh, look out, Corey Sherman. That was too close for comfort. Can't do that as he's battling for the race lead. Corey Sherman in second spot, and man, was he close to the wall. He goes down underneath Dalton Kilrow and our new race leader, Corey Sherman. Oh, my Lord. That's a beautiful car.
It is, man, but what the hell is happening here? This is crazy.
2 by 2 by 2. Now Dalton Kilrow takes the race lead back over.
You got guys jucking and jiving, just trying to get anywhere they can. 3 wide, Corey Sherman in the middle.
I don't like it.
Put it on the low side, reached out and took it away. My God, did he take tires? No, he did not.
These cars, as reported by one of the drivers, the right rear tire does not last very long. We are seeing that very clearly here tonight.
Battle for the race lead.
Yeah, we're lap 36, and those drivers that did not take tires or fuel, well, of that bunch, Corey Sherman is still the highest runner, back in 7th spot. And he's getting pounded. The rear bumper is getting pounded by the 87. Austin Edstrom.
They need a caution. They need a caution pretty quick. With that caution they did get, they can go a little bit further than 36, 37 laps, but that fuel tank has to be getting close to running empty here.
Stage number 2 being worked right now, lap 37. Stage 2 going to end at the end of lap number 60 here tonight. And Corey's doing a pretty good job, considering he's probably very light in the rear end, no fuel. Up top, though, it's Hunter Lagunas, the 27, leading the way over Dustin Ping in the 81. Dalton Kilrow sits in the 3rd spot, and here comes Ryan Rose. Rose now to 3rd.
Just want to update on the guys that didn't pit. I jumped into his channel, asked Larry how many laps of fuel he has. 3 laps remaining.
Oh, boy. DP Dustin Ping is taking over the race lead from Hunter Lagunas.
Now the 48 of Rose, he is charging hard through the field, up 13 spots. As Larry Bell just called out, he is going down pit road for service. But that 48, he is one of only 2 drivers that took tires, so he's going to try to put them to work here, looking to the inside of the junker, number 27.
Ryan Rose using those tires very well right now as he has made his way up to 2nd spot. But the guy in front of him is the other guy that took tires. It's Dustin Ping. So Ping and Rose right now getting it done on those fresh tires, leading the way here in stage number 2.
Now, Chris, the $1 million question for me is the guys that stayed out between Bell, Sherman, and Perkins. How many laps will they go down pitting under green flag conditions here? At least 2, I would think. Right? I mean, maybe 1, but I think 2. I'll keep tabs on it and let you know, but I think 2. As Larry Bell is coming off pit road now and our race leader going down the back stretch. So maybe only 1. Maybe only 1.
Let's see. Larry Bell.
I would usually wait on SDK to tell me, but I don't know what it's going to tell me. So
His total trip down pit road, 39.48 seconds. So not enough to make it 2. You're absolutely right. That's a 1-lap affair.
Corey Sherman in a 3-car. He's down pit road. Had a great entry into pit road here. So basically now what they're doing, they're going to be racing each other. The 3 that stayed out, they want to stay ahead of each other. Why? So they can be the lucky dog.
Yeah.
So it's a month of race now. And if I was Corey Sherman or Perkins, I may think about taking tires here, honestly.
No, I'm not going to give up that kind of track position, but what I would do is maybe 3/4 of a tank of gas.
Just enough to make it to the end of the stage?
Just enough to make it to the end of stage, yep.
I like that. Do a little bit of math, get it figured out, let the crew chief decipher it.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, crew chief, I need you to get on that calculator. So it looks like maybe TBB in that 40 seconds that he was getting some repairs done may have gotten tires as well. Because
he did.
Boom, all of a sudden he's in second spot.
That man is possessed, and that man is fast looking down spooky season trying to track him down.
So that's going to put Lagunas back into the 4th spot. We got the 41 of Dalton Kilrow and Mark Arthur running 5th and 6th. Mark looking for a top 5.
As it currently stands, I keep saying 3, it's 4. It was Ty Morosco, Corey Sherman, Larry Bell, Perkins. And as it stands between those 4, Ty Morosco is ahead of the other 3. So if the caution was to fly now or the stage break was to end, Ty Morosco would be back on the lead lap. So that's a battle we got to monitor to see which one will get back on the lead lap, barring nobody else goes a lap down here.
Well, we're also so close. Like, if there was a caution right now, I'd take a wave around. I don't need to come down for fuel right now. I've got enough to make it to the end of the stage. I'm not coming down pit road. Give me the wave around. So I would think all of those drivers would be able to come back around. I've been wrong before. Good battle right now for the top 5 spot as Mark Arthur, Dalton Kilrow battling it for the 5th position. Chris Carroll back behind them in the 7th spot. He's got the Iceberg, Chris Berg, right behind him. And here comes Austin Edstrom and Cody Heinzman.
Mark was a driver that we saw way far off the pace, running 18th that whole first stage on an island, right? So now, all that tire he saved then, he's putting them to good use now, and he's making a charge to the front. Took over P5 away from Captain Save Some Fuel, Dalton Kilrow, and looking to keep charging forward.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin able to get around the 81. We have a new race leader. It's TBB in the 10 car. Another MFRD driver.
I don't know for certain. I'm going to look the stats right now. I should have probably looked before I said anything. I don't think Taylor has led a whole lot of laps this season, so it's good to see the 10 car up front. He's led a total of 57 laps coming into tonight, so it's awesome to see the 10 car up front because he is always somebody that's near the front, but it's really cool to see him leading the train around Las Vegas.
Well, he's got another 3 laps plus here tonight of laps led as TBB took over on lap number 45. Ping in the 2nd spot, Ryan Rose in 3rd. Hunter Laguna sits in the 4th spot. Mark Arthur under attack from the 41 of Dalton Kilrow, but Arthur right now inside of the top 5. Looks like the 41 doesn't want him to be for very much longer though, as the battle is raging on. The 41 Kilrow to the inside.
Wasn't a whole lot of room separating them in the entry of the corner. We have a yellow on the speedway.
Yes, we do. It's Chris Berg.
I'm thinking Chris Berg. Oh, my goodness. If you look at the car, don't think no more. It is solidified. Definitely Chris Berg.
All right, we're going to take a little look here and see what happened right ahead of Heinzman.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh. And not one, but 2 playoff contenders having contact into that. Let's see if we can maybe look at it from a different angle, maybe.
I think Berg just gets a little loose with the apron and nowhere for Heinzman to go, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly correct.
And just to get a good laugh here, Tom Freitas, the Hammer, well, he just EOL'd the race leader Taylor the Butcher Benjamin on accident.
Oh, no. So early caution into this one, though, and that is going to really turn the tides here for some of those except for nobody's going to come down pit road.
That's what I was thinking. I don't
Yeah,
think many are going to pit
didn't
here.
expect that. I kind of figured they would come down because why not? Some of them are.
I think you could pit here and just stay out at the stage, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could have.
Forego stage points if you don't necessarily need them.
Ty Morosco coming around. He's the lucky dog. That puts Corey Sherman, the first car, one lap down. So Corey was making some ground up. Steven, I agree. I don't think the 51 got a terrible hard lick on that one, but yeah, the 87. That's a different story. Austin Edstrom still on pit road, getting repairs done. Cody Heinzman never even brought it down. Just a little bit of light damage on the left front, it looks like. Nothing major. Should not affect the handling of that car. So top 5 right now: Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Dustin Ping, Ryan Rose, Hunter Lagunas, and Mark Arthur. 6 through 10 going to be Chris Carroll, Cody Heinzman, Brian Zimmerman, Rick Thompson, and Chad Wilson. Bunch of drivers bringing it down pit road right now. Including our lucky dog, Ty Morosco. Looks like the 89 of Philip Van Vliet is going to bring it back out after getting all kinds of repairs. His last completed lap number 27.
Looking at Edstrom's car, I saw that Stephen T just mentioned it. It looks clean now, Stephen, but he did have a minute, over a minute stop last time on pit road, so getting even more damage fixed here. So it was probably more than what we initially thought. It didn't look bad at first. To me, at least, it didn't.
Body is one thing, but you never know. I mean, they're kind of known to break components underneath, so
That's what sucks about these cars, right? I mean, some licks it looks like it just kills the car and they'll be perfectly fine. And other times, I mean, a little touch and meatball flag. You just never know. But what I do know here, Chris, we're getting ready to have a shootout here for the end of stage number 2.
yeah, TBB going to lead him to the line. Dustin Ping, Ryan Rose, Hunter Lagunas rounding out that top 4. And, you know, not for nothing, but you got to keep an eye on Lagunas. He's been making some pretty decent moves here tonight. Mark Arthur is in the wrong lane. He should be in 5th. They're all stacking up behind him. Mark is slated 5th. He should be down in the bottom lane. So some confusion going on here.
From the EOL, it's all messed up. They just need to line up. Hold on.
Pace
I'll
car
be right
pulls
back,
it to
Chris.
the left, and here we go. Green flag unfurls. We're back under the green. TBB kicks the 10 into gear, and he's gone. TBB, Ryan Rose, battle right now for third spot. Hunter Lagunas has got it. Chris Carroll, Dustin Ping right behind him looking for it.
TBB drives right to the back bumper of the 48.
Oh, he's trying to defend off. He was the race leader. Now the 48, Ryan Rose, he's going to lead. First time tonight, Ryan Rose going to lead a lap around the cookie cutter known as Vegas. And there it is. He makes it official. He crosses the start-finish line in first spot. Battle right now is a good one between Mark Arthur and Chris Carroll. It's for fifth spot. And technically it was Mark's. But Carroll slotted in the fifth spot, and now it doesn't matter because a little bit of a push from the 51, and Mark Arthur jumps up to the fifth spot. Heinzman right behind Mark Arthur, supplying the extra horsepower needed. Now Heinzman goes around Chris Carroll. Slightly different lines here as we start closing in on the end of stage number 2. If Corey Sherman can stay right where he's at, he'll be back on the lead lap. And everybody's wanting tires. If you haven't taken tires yet, you want them now.
Absolutely.
And a lot of drivers have taken tires at this point. Chris Carroll, not one of those drivers, though, sitting in the 9th spot, and he is falling backwards. Look at this three-way battle here. And that suits kind of figures itself out as the 87 of Edstrom takes it over. Behind him, it's Cody Heinzman, Mark Arthur, Chris Carroll, Rick Thompson to round out the top 10. Ryan Rose leads the way. This is the last lap of the stage. Caution will fly here after Ryan Rose goes across the start-finish line. Ty Morosco with a huge third-place finish in that stage. That's going to be good points.
He made a real hard charge there and passed a few people those last couple laps to get that third place in the stage.
So Ty trying to make every second on track count, but Ryan Rose wins his stage. Taylor, Butcher Benjamin, Ty Morosco, Dustin Ping, Austin Edstrom, Hunter Lagunas, Cody Heinzman, Mark Arthur, Chris Carroll, Rick Thompson. Those are the top 10. Corey Sherman going to be slated as the lucky dog. And he really needs this. Now it's all about the finish for him. I expect to see some really up on the wheel racing. I guess that's what I'm going to say. From the 3 car.
I'm expecting it throughout the field now at this point. After watching what they do right there for stage points, now we're talking the whole season's in jeopardy for some of these guys, right? Yeah, that's what it's going to come down to. And with 100 laps to go, pit stops, last scheduled pit stops, are on the board.
Ty Morosco, by virtue of having pit on lap number 47, able to stay out. So a slightly different strategy for him. Corey Sherman has got his lap back. He's cruising to the back side of the field there, and then he'll be able to pit. It's like Corey Sherman's last time on pit road. He did get tires at lap number 46. Lone Dutchman's team did a pretty good job putting that car back together. Can barely tell. "25 laps down" is Philip Van Vliet. And he don't care. He's just going to run.
That's why I love the Lone Dutchman, man.
I say he doesn't care. I promise you.
Right.
Chat was very active when that happened. Perkins, the Lone Dutchman, bringing it down pit road. Corey Sherman bringing it down. John Perkins bringing it down. Pretty decent sized field of cars here tonight. Top 18 will be on the lead lap. Ken, I see Austin Edstrom on pit road. He's been there for a little while. More repairs, you think?
You know, I'm thinking, I guess that car had way more damage than what we thought. So the cosmetic side of it looks good. I mean, I have to worry about right front, right rear, toe links. I'm thinking that car was definitely had more severe damage than what we initially thought, for sure.
Larry Bell going to go down pit road. Chris Berg on pit road. Philip Van Vliet on pit road. So some late entries onto pit road as the pace car lights are off. We're getting set to start stage number 3 here at Vegas.
It's a Team MFRD party out front once again, Chris. Ty Morosco, no stranger to the front here tonight at Vegas. Going to lead them again here when that pace car makes that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. A little bit under 100 laps to go. Remember, top 8 in the points. They advance. Find out where on After the Flag. We will let you know who's in and who's out. About 5 minutes after tonight's race is concluded. It's After the Flag here on True Sim Productions.
Not a huge amount of controversy so far in this race, but man, we got just under 100 laps to develop some. Hard left-hand turn out of the pace car. Ty Morosco takes control of the field, waiting for the Geico restart zone. He's in it now. Green flag waves.
TBB looked to be maybe snoozing a little bit on that restart. The one driver who wasn't, the 41 to the inside teammate, going to take over P2. That's Dalton Kilrow in the 41.
Ty Morosco leads the way. Kilrow, Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin. The 51 bounces it off the wall. Dalton Kilrow led in the first stage, and now he does again. Caution flag thrown.
don't even know where it started, but I heard Amanda do her patent wrecking, and I couldn't find it.
Eric Blunt showing up on my screen, one of the damaged cars. Let's go back and see where it started, though. Let's find out.
I'm going to guess Chad Wilson on my end, because the lady fell a lot.
Oh, this started way up ahead. Chad Wilson got involved, got spun up into the wall, and then the 16 had no place to go. So it started with the 21 of Chad Wilson. Let's go back and see if we can't.
Something happened with Zimmerman here.
Yeah. Oh, we had Zimmy and we had RT76. Let's go ahead and hit play. So Zimmy makes a little contact with the 76. The 76 clears it. Then Zimmy comes up into the 21, and it's lights out for the 16 car. Chad Wilson was trying to figure out whether or not to come down pit road. He decided not to. And now he is. So Chad Wilson on pit road after some pretty heavy damage.
Also, Edstrom back down pit road.
Yeah, I believe that's what Sam was talking about. The after the flag read. But what Sam is like, he's saying nice read, and we know better than that.
I can't read.
Right.
That's why it confused me.
I love you, brother. That's awesome.
I love all y'all. Most of y'all, at least.
At certain times.
Right.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the True Sim Productions live here on YouTube every Sunday night, bringing you all the excitement here from Blazing Pedals. Make sure you tune in as we continue the chase for the championship next weekend as we start the round of 8. Can't believe we're down to that.
Atlanta, but not the one that they butchered, not the Atlanta they killed. No, sir. We're going to Old Legacy Atlanta, and I'm excited about that one.
Big news out of NASCAR right there on the chat.
Yeah, DQ'd.
Bowman DQ'd, Logano in. Man, oh man.
Joey Logano, man, we had like 8 of us watching the race in the pit stall today, and you would have thought we hit the lottery or something. All of us were happy that Logano was out. An hour and a half later, no sir. As Stephen T. Johnson says, the best Atlanta. I agree. That track, it's a cheese grater, man. But man, oh man, it provides some good racing. It was one of the best mile and a halves in real life. That's why it was so strange they wanted to make it a mini super speedway. It's a super speedway, quote unquote, that you can only go 2 wide in. Just don't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Steve, I dare you. I dare you.
I double dog dare you.
There it is. Pace car lights should be shutting this time down, or shutting down this time around. Wow. And yeah, we're gonna go back into the green.
I mean, you were close. You almost had it there.
I was so close.
I did get the premise of it.
Kilroe, Morosco, Rose, Butcher Benjamin, Carroll, Heinzman, Lagunas, Ping, Amanda Sherman, and Corey Sherman round out the top 10 as we get ready to start the third and final stage here from Las Vegas. It's an all-in situation for some of these drivers, not to mention like a driver like Corey Sherman. It's all in. You have to go. Sherman, one of the cars under threat to be eliminated here tonight, right now sits on the outside of his wife in 10th spot.
He's on top side of his wife right now.
That's not how I was thinking it, but yeah.
Well, he's on the top side of the track. What did you get your mind out of the gutter?
He set me up like that.
Kilrow, Morosco. That kind of rhymes. I didn't even think about that. Kilrow, Morosco is the front row.
Green flag waves. Here we go one more time under the green flag. Good start out of Dalton Kilrow. Leads the way into turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 48 of Ryan Rose. Rose trying to make it happen early on here. Chris Carroll on the inside. Going to try and follow him through.
I heard a good boy in the background. It sounded like a dog shaking a toy or something. That's what I heard.
He's a good boy.
That's a good boy. We lost my dog maybe it was last week.
Man.
Got hit by a car. I heard it, man. I knew instantly what it was. It was my fault, too. I'll never live that down. But we're actually in the market for a new one to get for the family. So I'm sure y'all be hearing it pretty quick in the background of my house, too.
Chris Carroll has launched himself into the 3rd place. Trying to track down our race leader, Dalton Kilrow, but he's got Ty Morosco between himself and Kilrow.
Whoa, Cody Heinzman into the back of the 99. 99 had to check up a little bit to stay off Morosco, I believe. Had a little bit better run than the 1. That allowed the 51 to jump to the outside. Cody's not letting Chris Carroll get away from him. When they restarted a while ago, they were like 8th and 9th. Now they're running, what, 3rd and 4th? They're staying right there with each other. I don't even think that's the top contenders tonight, though. Sorry to cut you off there. I think you got to worry about this 41 car. I really do. He looks really, really strong once he gets out front. He's the only driver to create real estate between himself and 2nd place tonight.
Well, we've used a term that we haven't had to think about for a couple weeks because we had a road course, but dirty air. How much is dirty air going to affect these drivers tonight?
I think we're kind of seeing it play out right now. Remember, Ty Morosco has about 10 laps older tires than what Chris Carroll or Cody Heinzman has. So not a huge difference there, but remember, folks, what we were hearing in happy hour, after about 5, 6, 7 laps, this car just fell off a cliff in regards to how it felt and the times, the lap time. So that 10 laps is actually pretty significant difference between Ty Morosco's tires and Cody Heinzman and Company's tires.
Yeah, it doesn't take very much. It doesn't feel, but Ty Morosco just ripped off his best lap of the race, a 30.03 for the 1 car in 2nd place.
It actually might be the fastest lap of the race. I'm trying to do a quick little glance. I think it is, Chris. If SDK is telling me the truth.
It's a strong one. A 30.03 is very, very strong. Right behind him, Heinzman, a 30.04. But the man out front right now, Dalton Kilrow, no stranger to that 30-something. 30.09 last time by as your race leader.
Since Kansas, many weeks back, we have watched this 41 lead so many laps with something, whether it's internet, whether it's carnage, whether it's something out of his control, something always happens. I just feel like tonight's the night. The 41, he's pushed the chips all the way to the middle, and he's letting the cards fly how they fly. Because right now, he looks to be the guy. But Cody Heinzman, he's searching behind Ty Morosco. He's setting good lap times on the low side of the track, on the high side of the track. Just trying to find that advantage to get around the 1 car Morosco.
Yeah, and he's using a lot of the track in order to do it way down low, up to the wall, out of the corner. Is Cody Heinzman, the 51. Not only is he finding some speed, but also trying to save that right rear tire. So important. Top 3 starting to separate a little bit from Chris Carroll, who now is under the gun from Hunter Lagunas.
The Junker's been really fast here tonight. He's been really fast the past few weeks. He's another driver that's just, he cannot seem to escape the bad luck bug. Right now, he's running in the top 5, applying a little bit of pressure to his teammate, Chris Carroll. Well, was trying to. It looks like Chris Carroll opened it back up just a little bit over him now.
Back to the next group. It's going to be the 87 of Austin Edstrom, Rick Thompson, RT 76, hanging out in the 7th spot. So Rick Thompson trying to find a way to get around the 87. The 87 trying to find a way to catch Hunter Lagunas. Behind those two, it's going to be the 8 car of Amanda Sherman sitting in the 8th position. Right behind her, it's Dustin Ping. Ping in the spooky season, number 81, tries to figure out a way to get around Amanda Sherman. I'm telling you, I saw this here in happy hour. She was 8th quickest. Right now, 8th on track. No surprise for the number 8.
So actually, right before you click back here, Amanda actually made the pass on the 81. The 8 priority auto of Amanda Sherman is looking really strong here, brother. Top 8 run right now for the 8 car. I love to see it.
Next group back, it's going to be Corey Sherman in the 3 car. Top 10 run for him right now, but man, that is not enough. He's got to find some extra speed. He's got the 48 and the Ironman John Perkins right behind. John Perkins kicks it down to the inside. The 20 of Mike Massenkill is there as well as TBB, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. So a good group of drivers right there. Hanging back in the 16th spot, kind of all by himself. Maybe trying to save some fuel or tire or both. I don't know why, though. It's going to be Mark Arthur in the 16th spot. Larry Bell, the last car on the lead lap. Larry Bell, one of those contenders that really needed a good race tonight. He sits in the 17th position.
He's actually showing me Larry Bell.
Larry Bell is a lap down. He is.
He is a lap. Okay, so yeah. He's actually hoping and praying a caution was to fall for him and him not be involved in it, right? But I know that's a hard one for Larry Bell. It's like if an accident happens on the track, it usually happens around him, right? It's been an ongoing joke. But although this season, he's turned it around. I mean, this season's been nothing but up for Larry Bell. Made the playoffs, looking, itching, scratching, clawing, trying to make the top 8 for the round of 8 playoffs here, but needs to get back on the lead lap if he wants to continue that. And oh no, Chris Bird, connection drop due to upload packet loss for the 66 machine.
The Iceberg having issues. Not good, as he's going to go at least a few laps down if he tries to reconnect. Actually, it was some time ago. I'm showing him 10 laps down right now and out.
He was in an instant earlier, I remember, but I guess so. He's a driver. I initially, when I said it, I thought he was still in the playoffs. But I remember he actually fell out of the playoffs due to internet issues a few weeks back. But still, nonetheless, it just sucks. Come out here and do all them laps, and they're in practice, and they're in a race, and then the internet crap out on you.
Cody Heinzman able to get around Tom Morosco. Heinzman now sits in the 2nd spot, the young TNA driver looking to try and win another one, but he's got to take it away from a very hungry Dalton Kilroe out of MFRD.
Last time around, almost a full 10th quicker than Dalton Kilroe. But like you mentioned, the closer he starts to edge closer to the 41, the more that dirty air is going to play an adverse effect on the 51 in these corners.
Yeah, unless you can do what he just did, which was take a completely different line. He was riding high on the apron. I guess he was riding low. But neither here nor there. He was on the apron and was able to get to the back bumper now of the 41. So the attack is on from the 51. Ty Morosco still firmly in the 3rd spot. Go back a couple of car lengths. It's Chris Carroll and Hunter Lagunas locked up for a battle for the 4th spot.
I'm keeping my eyes up front here. It looks like Kilroe is quicker from the entry to the middle, but that 51 is just getting such a huge momentum shift here on the exit. Oh, Kilroe clears himself there. Got up there shut the door on the 51 right in time to kill the 51's run there.
And
I
Cody,
think it's a matter of time here now, Chris.
yeah, Cody's got the inside line now, and that might be lights out as he takes it down to the apron. With that apron move, he is gonna, oh boy, it was close.
Dalton did not give him a whole lot of time to come up on the racetrack right there. As I love to see it, racing hard, elbows out, advantage to Kilrow going into 3 and 4. But I think on that low line, Heinzman is just going to inch further and further forward until he finally gets clear, but the 41 is going to make it a battle.
Onto the apron to go again. Goes the 51, and not enough of an advantage this time. Had to stay underneath. Dalton Kilrow did. Cody Heinzman now. Heinzman sticks it out by about an inch to take over the race lead for just a second. Kilrow takes it back.
And don't look now, but Hunter the Junker, he's running these top 2 down. Both them drivers want Junker to follow them, give him a little bit of a push, a little bit of a draft help. Junker goes with the 51. Has advantage still to the 41 there by the line.
Yeah, but with Hunter kind of bouncing back and forth, no real advantage to be had between the 51 and the 41. But now, Hunter Laguna is going to take it way down low. Lagunas is going to try and make a pass.
That forces Cody Heinzman to back out of it there. Now, what's going to happen between a 41 and a 27? With the 41 on the high side, he's looked good. Anytime there's a guy underneath him, he battles, he fights, and he keeps the race lead. Oh, there's contact right there. They can't continue this, Chris. They can't continue at this pace. They won't be able to do it. Oh, Junker hit the apron. Oh, there it is.
That's it. That's it. That's a problem.
And Kilrow is going to be pissed.
Yeah, Okay. It looks like the 41 not very comfortable right now as it's wiggling in the rear. Cody Heinzman
wheel damage
has the race lead right now. So the Junker,
damn it,
made his move. And that pretty much promises the drama will continue on After the Flag here tonight. Kilrow with wheel damage, still able to hold on to the 5th spot.
I get going for it, but come on, man.
I get going for it too, but know who you're racing against, and maybe that's a problem, right?
I'll save my thoughts for After the Flag. I'll be nice here. Catches them after the flag, 5 minutes after the race has concluded.
Here comes Ty Morosco. Morosco, who owes you a couple more race wins still. Looking good here tonight in the 3rd spot, but Chris Carroll going to join the fray underneath Morosco right now. He's going to take over that 3rd spot, and the 51 is going to lose the race lead to Hunter Lagunas. Oh, Lagunas goes sideways. That's going to scrub some speed. The 51 is going to go back down low and should be able to take the race lead back. Nope. Instead, they're going to go try for a 3-wide move here. And the 51 is going to bail out.
I'm going to say it once more. They can't continue like this, brother. It's just that it's too aggressive, too many little slip-ups. It's going to create a big slip-up, right? We've already seen one.
So as the top 3 continue to battle it out, we check in on Amanda Sherman, who has risen up to the 7th spot. Amanda Sherman has got her foot down here tonight. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it happen more often. She has amassed many, many laps here in iRacing. She is definitely one of the top talents, but refuses to show it week in and week out. This week, though, a 7th place run here for the TNA driver in the number 8, Amanda Sherman.
And that's not a 7th place run where she's on fresh tires, nobody else is. No, sir. Oh, as she is actually taking it down trackside to pit, as I believe we have green flag pit stops getting ready to start happening pretty quick. So, Chris, they could go, what, 36, 37 laps? We'll say 35 to 40 just for math's sake. So, yeah, I mean, they're absolutely due in, what, the next 5 to 10 laps or so, roughly, give or take a few?
Yeah, her last time in was a lap number 48, I believe, so she is coming in. Oh, that can't be right. No, that was not right. No, I was looking at the wrong screen. But anyways, it don't matter. She's on pit road. Hunter Lagunas, your race leader, the 51, Cody Heinzman, gonna take it over. 27's bringing it down pit road.
Oh, the 27s. Oh, they're pit stopping. Whoa, I was so confused there. Oh, Chris Carroll. I think Chris Carroll was speeding there. I got to go back and look.
How do you pass somebody if you're not speeding?
That's my question. And he was locked up way past the timing line there, too. At the line, he had it down to 50. So
wow.
I'll have to keep tabs here and see. But man, oh man, it sure looked like he was speeding there.
So with those pit stops happening, Cody Heinzman, now your race leader in 2nd spot. It's going to be RT76, Rick Thompson, Dustin Ping in the 3rd spot, Dalton Kilroe in 4th. Austin Edstrom is running in the 5th position, and behind him, Ryan Rose in 6th, Mark Arthur 7th, John Perkins 8th, Corey Sherman up to 9th, and TBB rounding out the top 10.
So now with Cody Heinzman, the catch-up man, I don't think we've said that at all tonight, but catch-up man now on an island by himself, got a 3-second lead over Rick Thompson. When is the call for the 51 to come down pit road? It's always that $1 million question, right? Those guys that just pit, meaning Chris Carroll, Hunter Lagoons, they were running right there with him. We're going to do a little short pit to see if maybe they can make lap times better than he can right now and possibly jump him. So that's something Cody has to monitor. He has to kind of keep tabs on Chris Carroll and Hunter Lagoons and see where they're at on track to see if he's losing too much time or not. It's a chess game now. Now they're playing chess. As everything I just said, forget it. Cody Heinzman down pit road.
Yeah, Heinzman bringing it down pit road. That's going to give the race lead over to Rick Thompson. Kilroe's going to stick out. The 4, that's Larry Bell. He's down a lap, so this is not for position. You would think the 41 would want to bring it down, try and get it fixed up.
41's down, coming down pit road now.
Oh, look out for Mark Arthur. He decided late he's going to bring it down. Oh, no, he didn't bring it down. He just brought it on the apron. Oh, my God. That was terribly aggressive looking. Heinzman bringing it out of pit road. Where is he going to slot in?
87 calling out his pit stop. So Edstrom's getting ready to pit. And I was sitting here looking, Chris Carroll, he got by Cody Heinzman as Cody Heinzman trying to get up to speed.
Oh, may have had a little bit of contact between Carroll and the 87 as the 87 trying to make his way down pit road. It was tight.
He called out his pit stop. 87 did it. Oh, no, Ray Bell in the wall from Heinzman and Mark as they were, I think, 7 wide maybe.
He was able to keep it going, so good on him. Not losing a ton of track position was Larry Bell.
The 12 of Mark Arthur taking it down pit side. So Mark actually scored the race leader now. That's going to give the race lead over to John Perkins. And Mark's got to get slowed down here at the line.
Perkins bringing it down as well. So John Perkins, the Iron Man, bringing it down pit road smoothly is John Perkins. Mike Massengill leads a lap. Ohio and Indiana Racing. Blackhawk Motorsports. It is the 20 of Mike Massengill. Now Massengill going to give up the race lead. He's coming down pit road. Fred Thompson is coming down pit road as well. That's going to give the top spot over to Ty Morosco, but Chris Carroll dives low. Chris Carroll looking for the race lead.
As Cody Heinzman's in tow right behind Hunter Lagoons, trying to pass on the low side. That's Ty Morosco, like you mentioned. Ty's had a very up and down night, but right now it's definitely an up for the one car. Although losing a few positions there, still going to be running P4 when this all cycles its way through. Might be running better than that because he looks fast right there, but now the 51 makes the pass over Morosco.
So Morosco slips back to the 4th spot. Not a bad run for the one car. Remember, just about 10 laps of practice out of the 1, excuse me, before we got going here tonight. Our race leader, Chris Carroll, Hunter Lagunas, Cody Heinzman, our top 3. Heinzman way up to the top side of the track, trying to build up some momentum to work around the 27. Not going to do it this time by, but I think he's searching. He does. He goes down low. Heinzman down low of Hunter Lagunas. Onto the apron they go. Hunter giving no room to come back on track. And the 51's going to skirt on by.
Chris Carroll, the 99, we got about over 50-something laps to go, 51 laps remaining. Trying to go back-to-back in victory lane. That's the first time he's done it since all the way back at race number 3 and 4, Bristol and Martinsville, earlier this season.
Get this, last time by Cody Heinzman's fastest lap, a 30:01, fastest lap of the race, 30:01 for Cody Heinzman.
So it looks like Heinzman has a little bit different plans other than watching that 99 go back-to-back. Going to try to fight back here as he gets around Hunter the Junker. But Hunter the Junker's not going to give it up easy. Looking back down to the inside of the 51. Just please, Lord have mercy, no contact. Keep the car in your lane, kid.
High stakes.
Fireworks, brother, on After the Flag. Sorry to interrupt you again.
No,
but man,
After the Flag, live right here on True Sim Productions. About 5 minutes after we shut down this stream, we'll be picking up another. And yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I'm not expecting a too happy Dalton Kilroy.
I would, if I'm a Hunter, I know he's prone to being in After the Flag. I don't think he'll be there tonight.
I'm going to go out on a limb. And look, while we're talking about this, Cody Heinzman to the low side of the track, going to get around Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll went up high to block it, and that actually killed all momentum, it looked like, for the 99. Battle for the race lead. The catch-up
now the
man.
27 tries to stuff it down low again. Not going to happen. The 51 blocks it away. Virtually the same move, Tanner. I got him in trouble the last time. I'm not able to do it this time by, and now the 51 has the race lead, and I believe he is the fastest car on track right now.
Cody Heinzman has had a quote. He hates losing more than he likes winning. And you can see that. The time he got in second place, what'd he do? Dropped the fastest lap of the race, chasing down our race leader. He legit only likes winning. He truly hates losing.
He's up front now and already has about a 0.2 of a second race lead. Chris Carroll follows him along with Hunter Lagunas in a row. Behind them, it's Ty Morosco running 4th. A good night for Ty Morosco. Exactly what he needed for the point situation coming into tonight. Running 5th on the track right now is Dustin Ping. Up 10 since the drop of the green flag. A pretty quiet night for the spooky season number 81, but getting it done nonetheless. Rick Thompson, RT76. Very, very quiet night for him. I think he may have been involved in something earlier, but, you know, it just... such a quiet night, I don't remember.
Right, I was trying to figure out because I was wondering, but I couldn't think of anything if he was, but there's action happening at all times, right? So we could have missed something very easily.
TBB slots in on the 7th position. Nobody around him. And behind him by a little ways is Austin Edstrom in the 87. Austin Edstrom, one of those red banner drivers, but wasn't here last week, and it really took a dive in the points. In the 9th position is Corey Sherman, so Sherman starting to pick it up here a little bit in the late goings of this one. Lap 118 of 162. You would think he'd want to be in the top 4, but at one point was a lap down, Tanner, so a good battle back for the 3-car.
Absolutely, and I want to give a rundown of the playoff guys right now currently on the bubble, Chris. So we have Ty Morosco. He coming into tonight 12th in the points. Ty is currently running 4th. Then you have Corey Sherman, driver you just highlighted. He is currently running 9th. Then we have Larry Bell sitting 10th in the standings, 1 point out of the cut line coming into tonight. Larry Bell is currently 16th, scored 1 lap down, so needs to get that caution and get back on the lead lap. John Perkins, 33, Ironman, had a decent night going, but right now running 14th. And then Austin Edstrom, the Rocket Man. He is sitting 7th. And I have to mention Brian Dees came into tonight, I thought, honestly, relatively safe. Just have a good night, clean night. But he put the car on the hauler many laps ago. I'm thinking Brian Dees could very possibly be one of these guys that's going to be out tonight. And coming into tonight, I did not think that was a possibility.
A tough night for Brian Dees. The Soul Stealer may have reaped his last one for the season here. Check in on our top 3. It's still a battle. Chris Carroll looking down low on Cody Heinzman, but not able to do anything with it. Heinzman still holds on to that 0.2 of a second lead over Chris Carroll, and this may be dirty air. At 0.2 of a second, that's usually the buffer, and then the leader will kind of disappear on you. Carroll looking for 2 in a row. Cody Heinzman looking to get back to his winning ways. The racing is kind of stretched out a little bit. Right now, a battle for the 9th position, though. Corey Sherman trying to battle with Mark Arthur. Corey is sitting in the 10th spot, wants to get 9th back. Mark passed him, and now Corey needs to figure out a way to get back around. Most of the drivers last on pit road. A lap 1:01, 1:07, somewhere in that range. Not a one of them going to be able to make it without stopping one more time.
That's what I was trying to get my math to be mathing over here, but definitely due in for one more stop.
That's going to be a make or break stop. Somebody might mess up, and that could be the only thing you need to get yourself into the top 8 in points.
Absolutely. We saw a few tiptoe to it, right? Chris Carroll, I mean, it was ultra close with him, whether he got a black flag or not, a speeding penalty. Mark Arthur, the same. I watched him enter. Luckily for them both, they got the car slowed down, but right here, you can't afford a speeding penalty now. You couldn't afford one earlier, but you really can't afford one now.
Working lap 125 of 162. I expect pit stops to be happening here in about 10 laps. Barring caution, of course. What was looking to be an ultra promising night for Dalton Kilroe has soured once again. The 41 marred back in the 11th spot, being chased down by Amanda Sherman.
It just seems like Dalton, if he's ever out in the front, the bad luck just follows him, right? If I'm him, I'll just let me run second all night, and then we'll battle for the race lead very, very, very late into the event, right? Because, man, oh, man, the luck just does not bounce the way of the 41 ever.
If there's a championship contender that can win without winning a race, you're probably looking at him on screen right now, the 41.
Absolutely, I agree. Even when I was able to type up the power rankings, Chris, every week I've always said he is still a title contender, a title favorite, whether he has a win in that or a race win or not this season. He is still a title contender because he just finds a way to get it done.
Philip Van Vliet several laps down, but still has some speed in the 89 car. Ty Morosco on pit road. So it is beginning to happen earlier than expected. The one car hit its pit road. Going to try and take advantage of some fresh tires a little sooner than everybody else. Short pits are going to be on the table here for just about every team. The 51 going to keep an eye on that situation, I'm sure. But right now, a 0.6 of a second lead for Cody Heinzman over Chris Carroll. Hunter Lagunas holding on to a third spot. Then it's going to be Dustin Ping in fourth. The 81 having a quiet and great night here tonight. RT76 bringing it down pit road. Really on the binders at the end there. The gap increasing now over Chris Carroll. It's 0.75 of a second. Corey Sherman right now being scored in the 8th spot. He needs more. Some of the drivers ahead of him have come down pit road. Oh, Chris Carroll having problems. Was sideways trying to get on pit road, then locks up the brakes at the cone. That is going to affect his overall performance on track.
It's going to definitely cost him some time there, Chris. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. Have to keep tabs here on how much it will affect him. Four tire call for the 99. Now, what's that going to do? We saw him short pit Cody Heinzman earlier. He was able to jump out and be in front of Cody. I feel like Cody will come in fairly quickly now. I would imagine probably this time by. No, sir. Going around again for the 51.
Hunter Lagunas coming down pit road. Cody Heinzman maybe waiting until the very end here. Hope to trap a lot of cars a lap down. It's a theory. So right now it's Heinzman, Edstrom, TBB, Mark Arthur, Corey Sherman, your top 5.
I don't want to speak it into existence, but man, a late race caution right now would take this race and dump it over onto its lid big time.
Oh, yes, it would. Yes,
and damn it, I can't lie. I'm here for it, by the way. I'm here for it. Playoffs, tempers, fireworks, and a little bit of controversy never hurts. So we got 36 laps remaining, 26, 36, something like that. 26.
26.
Yep, 26. Yep. I would have got it right eventually. Just let me keep going back and forth on it. I would have eventually figured it out. Race leader Cody Heinzman taking it down pit side.
So a 12-second lead over second place Austin Edstrom for Cody Heinzman, and it's evaporating quickly, but already most of the way down pit road. Austin Edstrom has just taken over the race lead. I believe that's the first time tonight the 87 has led a lap. And that's going to move some drivers up, man. Mark Arthur now in second spot. TBB in third, but TBB looking to try and make a pass right now. He does. He sticks out the nose just in front of the 12 car. TBB in second spot. Mark Arthur battling back on the inside. Mark's going to take it back, and he's going to hold on to it this time. TBB is going to bring it down pit road. Last minute decision for TBB. He's down pit road.
Just got a text message from our TSP brother, Mr. Sammy B, Samuel Baumgartner. Currently sitting in standstill traffic listening to us here on TSP.
Ah, so, man.
Shout out to you listening. I hate that you're listening in standstill traffic. And I heard the good boy bark in the background too. He wants some treats. As I want to note, Chris Carroll got back out in front of Cody Heinzman here. As our race leader, Austin Edstrom, still keeping it out on track. Bear with us for just a moment. As Edstrom's going to get the car rolled up enough. Got the camera on Corey Sherman now, I do believe. But this true battle right now, it's between Chris Carroll, Cody Heinzman. They are two drivers. They've already went down for service down pit road. Dalton Kilroy, John Perkins, Corey Sherman. The last three drivers due in now that Austin Edstrom has pitted. So the battle right now, it may say it's for fifth and sixth. That's a lie, folks. It's for first and second, unless the caution was to fly. Cody Heinzman pounding Chris Carroll right now. The two winningest drivers of the season up to this point. The two title favorites of the season up to this point. Damn it, they're going head-to-head here at Las Vegas. Pushing all the chips to the center of the table. Can Cody Heinzman, can he get around Chris Carroll? Or can the 99 machine hold him off here for 21 more laps? Heinzman to the inside, looking to make a pass on Chris Carroll, and makes quick work of it. Slides up in front of 99, crossover move out of 99. Not able to get there. As Chris Carroll takes it back down to the low side of the track. You saw a textbook slide job out of the 51. That's what it's going to take out of 99. He's got to commit to it, drive off, and just do it. You've got to drive it in there deep and hope it sticks. That's exactly what the 51, the catch-up man, did. And that may be all she wrote here for the battle for the race lead. Cody Heinzman's already opened it up to a 0.2-second lead over Chris Carroll.
And now that the dog has settled down a little bit, we continue on. Good battle going on. Like you said, it is eventually going to be for the race lead. Right now, Dalton Kilroy does have that honor again, but he has not been on pit road since lap 105. Heinzman, Carroll running second and third as Perkins brings it down pit road.
89 of Van Fleet, 41 of Kilroy. Both taking it down.
So Dalton on pit road. That is going to give the race lead back over the TNA zone 51. Cody Heinzman. Chris Carroll looking to figure out a way to get around him, but man, that pass that he made, I mean, Heinzman jumped over a bunch of grass to get to the race lead. How do you beat somebody that's willing to do that with their car?
Not only is he willing to do it, he made it stick and didn't lose any time. I thought normally you see a big aggressive move like that, the driver that's getting past, they're able to make a crossover move, get back to the inside, and be battling side by side. That didn't happen this time. Cody Heinzman did the move, made it stick, and didn't lose any momentum. Maybe a little momentum, but not enough for the battle to continue.
Good news for Cody Heinzman. He's got two teammates right in front of him. Bad news is he's got two teammates right in front of him. First one is going to be Corey Sherman. Sherman, the last driver on the lead lap. And just in front of him, it's going to be Amanda.
And typically in these situations, if the teammate's lead and coming up to lap another teammate, you'll see them give them a little bit of a grace period, I'm going to call it. Maybe not the right terminology, but kind of take care of them a little bit.
Man, things just changed quite a bit because now Dalton Kilroe's also there. Kilroe is getting set to go down a lap. He does. The 51 drops down to the inside. He's going to put what was once our leader, what was once our fastest car on track, down a lap. Dalton Kilroe slides down to the 13th spot, down a lap.
So what I was saying, though, so usually the 51 maybe not want to lap his teammates, but right now he can't afford to really ride around a lot here. Why? He has Chris Carroll catching him, so got to look to the inside of Amanda Sherman here. It sucks, but got to do it, girlie. I'm sorry. The catch-up man puts the 8-car lap down. Now eyes set on the 4-car of Larry Belsky. I hate to see that car get passed, especially by the race leader, but here we go. What can you do about it?
I don't think there's anything anybody can do about it except for put a little pressure on the side. The 4 and the 51 get together. Cody Heinzman able to hold on to it. He holds on to the race lead. The 4 scrapes against the wall. Big time problems that could have happened right there for our race leader.
Amanda Sherman over the radio. Pit crew did not get enough fuel in that race car. She has to save.
Oh, man. A wonderful night. Hopes dashed for the 8-car. As she is going to have to save all the fuel she can to make it to the end. Corey Sherman right now running like his life depended on it, up to 11th spot. 7 seconds ahead of him is Ryan Rose in 10th. More importantly, about 10 car lengths behind him is our race leader and our second place runner. Laps to go. 12 to go here from Las Vegas. Cody Heinzman leads the way. Chris Carroll in second. Hunter Lagunas in third. Ty Morosco, Dustin Ping to round out the top 5. Austin Edstrom running in 6th. TBB in 7th. RT 76 8th. Mark Arthur holding on to a top 10 in 9th. And the newcomer Ryan Rose in that number 48 sits top 10.
Cody Heinzman smooth sailing now.
This is the point where you just say, hit your marks. Hit your marks. Hit your marks. Ease into the gas. Ease into the brake. Whatever you got to do to make that thing turn. Be smooth.
He's overcome the pressure part of it, right? The pressure is basically not there anymore. He's extending the lead a little bit over the 99 lap after lap now. So now at this point, like you said, it's all about hitting those marks.
The governor asking if Carroll burnt up the tires. I'm going to say no. Not yet. I believe the 51 has been the faster car here all night long.
I believe the 51 has been the fastest car all season long, and that's not something I would say usually with Chris Carroll in the field. We've seen glimpses of the 99 car besting the 51. But the wins, they tell a different story. Since the 51 showed up, he has been the guy.
He's definitely the guy right now with 9 laps to go. Less than 2 handfuls of fingers coming to the line. We will have 8 to go. And the field pretty well separated out at this point. Dalton Kilroe's he's got to be steaming. I don't know. I know he races with VR. I don't know how he can see. I believe he's that mad.
I can tell you what. I'm not even in the car. I'm not Dalton Kiro, and I was pretty pissed about it.
Seven more circuits to go for the 51 of Cody Heinzman. Who just continues to impress, continues to excel. Gonna probably add one more win sticker to the car.
We asked AI this afternoon, what drivers will advance, what drivers will be removed. It came up and said Tom Orozco. It said, where'd it go? I lost my post. Okay, sorry. It said Tom Orozco, Larry Bell, Corey Sherman, John Perkins. Those were the 4 drivers that it predicted to be out tonight. We have 5 laps to go to determine if that is in fact correct or not. The way it's looking, I feel like Corey might be good here with Brian Dees having his early exit. But I can't remember if the 3 car got many stage points or not, Chris. I really can't. It seems like that's been 5 races ago.
Yeah, it really does. Sam, to answer your question, what happened to Dalton? Hunter Lagunas happened to Dalton.
I got to correct you on that one. The junker happened to Dalton. Went for a move that was boneheaded as hell. And, yeah.
Four laps to go for the 51, the 99, and the 27, your top 3. Ty Morosco slipping back a little further away from Hunter Laguna, so the speed gone out of the 1 car. But a top 5, that would be a pretty good run for Ty Morosco here tonight.
He's gotten some stage points too.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? He might still be dancing in the playoffs.
3 laps to go. 4.5 miles around this track.
All Cody Heinzman wants to see is that checker, or the white flag really the first time, and then the checker flag next.
Yeah, 2 to go right now. Popsicle sticks in the air. Cody Heinzman working the backstretch. Through 3 and 4 now goes Cody Heinzman. Looking for the white flag, looking for the 1.5 mile marker. He's going to get it right now. 1.5 miles to go for the 51 to capture another one. This time here at Vegas. He came into tonight pretty confident, if you recall. He said he didn't mind this track at all. He's out here to prove it. A gap of 1.56 seconds and climbing over second place Chris Carroll. Coming out of 3 and 4, it is going to be your race winner, the 51 of Cody Heinzman out of TNA Motorsports. Chris Carroll, Hunter Lagunas, 2 and 3. Ty Morosco is going to pick up a 4th place. Dustin Ping right behind him for 5th. Austin Edstrom in 6th. TBB in 7th. Mark Arthur atop 10 in the 8th spot. Rick Thompson in 9th. Ryan Rose, the newcomer. Race number 2 for Ryan Rose. He's going to come home in the 10th spot. Make sure you stay tuned for After the Flag. About 5 minutes after this race ends, it could be Fireworks Central.
Oh, I'm going to make Hunter join After the Flag.
Oh, boy.
As I'm not sure I'm not seeing Hunter nor Chris in the team speak here. Once Hunter Lagoons has made it to the team speak.
Chris Carroll hanging out in Discord. Pretty normal. We're going to go ahead and get started with our third place finisher, though. Of course, he's left the track already, so. All right, here we go. He was just here.
Where'd it go?
Oh, Lordy.
No, like seriously, where'd it go? He was literally just here.
He is in the Welcome Center. All right, here we go. Third place finisher.
Oh my goodness.
Man. Third place finisher, the driver of the number 27, who needs to turn it down a little bit.
No kidding.
It's going to be Hunter Lagunas. Oh, wow.
Man, no kidding. I don't even know how to use this thing.
All right, Hunter. Well, go ahead and mute when I'm talking, I guess, and then you can come up and talk about it. But a third place finish here tonight for the number 27. You had a little oopsie. Want to take me through that?
With Kilrow? Yeah,
Yes.
that was my fault. I was trying to get to his inside. I got there, but it was my fault. I'll admit it. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. I just got on the apron with my left sides, and it just kind of hooked me left, and then I turned right and kind of got into a slide, and I got into his door. And that, like I said, that was 100% on me. But I don't even know what lap that was, but that was my fault.
All right, buddy. Well, a third place finish. Who do you got to thank?
5 Kings, Tanner Marr, Chris Carroll. Zim helped a lot tonight. Larry Bell also did. Elite Performance Industries, Pit Lizard Performance, and yep.
All right, that's going to be the driver of the number 27. I got to get him out of here because I can't deal with that. That's just terrible.
That's awful right there.
That's so terrible. All right, bud. Why don't you hit Chris Carroll? I believe he's over in Discord there.
As I'm getting over there now, Chris, trying to get there at least.
10-4, thanks, sir.
1 second, Chris. Let me get muted in team speak when not hearing me 3 times. All right, Chris Carroll, you're live in the booth. We'll get you set for team speak 1 week. I promise. I don't know the numbers to get you in there. I would have done it already. Chris, all that don't matter. What matters is another podium finish for the 99 and a quiet night for the 99. That's what we need, right? Get that swagger back, get back rolling. As you're looking to capture that first championship title for the 99. Talk me through your night, brother.
Well, it's kind of ugly night out there. The way the tires and the stages are working out, man, you can't go racing. It's pretty tough out there to even try and get the lead, and then you're in last the next run, and whatever your strategy is. But I had more than I showed out there, but I had to play it safe, and I don't know, I think I had some for Cody at the end there if I could have played the strategy out, but somebody pitted from the top lane to the bottom. Someone in MFRD, I didn't see who it was, but, killed their strategy, so got Cody up, and he had the best tires, so congrats to him there. He played it right, but I'll be honest, Tanner, I'm just not enjoying the stages and the tires and how we're all racing here. It's not racing.
Well, brother, I got to ask you because you are one of the title favorites, right? You and Cody Heinzman has been a 2-man race. It seems like if he's not winning the races, then the 99's winning the races, and vice versa. With the schedule shaking out the way it is, we're heading to Old Atlanta next week, then Darlington, then Pocono, and then topped off by the Championship 4 final race decided by a driver vote. Don't know the track yet, but how do you like the next 4 tracks as you're looking to pick up that title?
Well, the next 3 are, they're skillful tracks. There's a lot of stuff you got to do there to win. I think those are maybe the 3 toughest tracks on the sim right now. Darlington, Atlanta, and what was the other one? Pocono.
Yes, sir.
I kind of like the way it's worked out. I know they I don't think they voted on it. I think it's a blind draw, but it's kind of worked out. I think the skill will kind of show the final four at the end. I kind of like those tracks the way they're working out. So I think that's cool. But we just got to keep it clean like we have been. And it's pretty hard to go for wins right now, taking the risks. And I took a risk with Cody there. I don't know what he was doing, up down, and I almost killed both of us. But had to try and win at least. So it's tough out there, Tanner. All the changing everything right at the end there. It's making it tough for guys to go after it. So it's still fun. Still love racing. Still love being in the sim. Still love racing with all these guys. But yeah, it's it's tough out there right now.
You're a competitor, man, and that's what I love about you. You are a competitor. Well, we went a little long. I know you will. I know you will, brother. Who we got to thank, brother, on the 99?
Always got to thank you. Got to thank Brian Zimmerman, USAFirearms.com. I got to thank all the people that work hard in this league to put it on, all the admins and all the people that sponsor it, and everybody that works hard to make this league run. It's hard to make a product look like it does out there, and the broadcast is awesome. So everybody that works hard to put it on, and all my friends and family out there watching.
We appreciate that, Carol. Well, congratulations, buddy. Another podium finish for you here tonight. We'll let you get down there and celebrate, brother, P2.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, buddy.
All right, and that is going to be the driver of the 99, bringing it home in second spot tonight. It is Chris Carroll. CC. Chris Carroll bringing home second spot, and that's going to leave us with one other driver to talk to. Tonight's winner, the driver of the number 51 from TNA Motorsports. Man, you're no stranger to us here, buddy. How are you doing, Cody? Nice win.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I'm doing. That was a bit of a long one. It felt like, at least behind the wheel, but yeah, I mean, glad to be able to bring it home here, especially with the next 3 tracks we got coming up in the next round are 3 of them that I really look forward to. And of the last 4 kind of exiting the road courses, this was the one that I felt like was maybe my weakest of the 4. So I'm glad to be able to get it done here. And I just got to say, like, first and foremost, before anything, like, the reason I just parked it on the line and didn't do a burnout, I feel really bad about that last cycle of pit stops on when I was coming out of the pits. I was shooting high, and I didn't realize just how much steam Chris had. So by the time I realized that, I tried to duck low and, give him the racing line, and it was just at the same time he did. So we made contact and just about ruined both of our days. So I feel awful for that. That's definitely not what I like to do or how I like to run anyone, but
yeah, well, that's the sort of thing that happens from time to time, though. All right, we're going to kind of end this one quick, but who do you got to thank on the 51?
Well, shout out to all the TNA guys, of course. Always a good time to race with them. Shout out to you guys for always killing it on the broadcast. And to everyone watching out there, just, it's October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So for anyone who's able to, by all means, I encourage you guys to go out there and support a good cause and, just keep the people who are struggling in your minds. And on to next week. I'm excited.
All right, buddy. That's the driver, the number 51, getting it done one more time here and keeping the championship hopes alive. It's Cody Heinzman, our winner here tonight. Make sure you guys stay tuned for After the Flag coming up in about 5 minutes.